Good evening, everyone. Hello, Eddie. Hello, Joe. Looks like we've got 9 people in here. But Eddie and Joe are the only two that's been chatting. Welcome in, everyone. Sitting here with the window open. Cats like to go out on the porch, so today it's in the 60s, so I left the window open so they can go out on the porch. Hope everything's working okay, because I'm still showing 8 people in here, and actually 11 on StreamYard, but only 2 chatting. Here's Ann. Hello, Ann. So, apparently it's working. I'm hoping. Oh, it's warm and wet here, Joe. We're in the 60s today, and it's not supposed to drop below 60 tonight. Then I believe 60s again tomorrow, and then tomorrow night, it's supposed to go down mid-40s. Got a few days later in the week, it's supposed to be upper 20s. But other than that, it's supposed to be pretty warm at night. I think it's... I'm not going to try to say what days it is. Due to a few days, it's only supposed to be high in the 40s. But that's not too bad. No, I don't think I want to speak up, Joe. I'm showing 16 in here. Both YouTube and StreamYard saying 16. Well, if any of you haven't seen it yet, I put out a video last night of the Christmas parade. It's had, I believe it's 160 some views, which is less than average. So I don't know if people just aren't interested in it, or if YouTube didn't push that one out for some reason. And just a few minutes ago, I put out a members-only video. I'll have another members-only video coming out tomorrow. And I put a poll out. Well, what was supposed to be a poll out to members earlier today. But I guess it ended up going out as a quiz. There wasn't supposed to be a right or wrong answer on it. There's supposed to be a poll. But it brought to my attention that it had told someone they answered wrong. It was the wrong answer. So I might have to do that one over again. Because I just noticed in YouTube Studio when I went in on my laptop that they're offering me a $200 bonus to put out 2 member videos and 2 member-only polls between sometime in November and December 17th. Well, I just found out about it. So I'm trying to meet the criteria for that so I can get that bonus. So I may have to put 2 more polls out since that one, something happened to that. I know I didn't intend for that to go out in quiz form. That was supposed to just be strictly a poll. Who else do we have in here? Hello, Emily. Hello, Brett. Yeah, I did a members only. Well, I thought it was going to be a members only poll. So I have to do a couple members only polls tomorrow. And then after that, I can do a poll for everyone. It could be, Joe. It could be a YouTube mistake. They might not like to admit it, but they do make mistakes. Hello, Deborah. I hear Superman. I think you just saw Sanford's tail go through. Hello, Des. Oh, I'm not offended by the caps, Deborah. I know some people are, but I'm fine with them. Yes, Superman does want to be on camera. That's for sure. Yeah, we see how many of the kitties we can get on camera tonight. We saw Sanford's tail, so that counts for Sanford. He's actually laying right here next to me. But if I pick him up and he doesn't want to be picked up, he'll bite me. He doesn't bite too hard, though. He just likes to put his mouth over my hand, but he really doesn't bite down. Oh, nice, Deborah. Yeah, I had to skip going up to the chickens today. After that rain we got this morning, it's just too slippery. More so down this way than it would be up that way. But I'm not going any farther into the ramp until tomorrow. I hope it doesn't rain anymore tonight, and I guess so it's not so slippery. Because the ground around here doesn't get soft. It stays hard, but wherever there's no grass on it, then it just gets so greasy when it rains. Oh, Brett's in trouble. Deborah's going to fix them. Now, I don't think anyone's offended by the cats, Emily. It's the capital letters that we were talking about, not the cats. Everyone loves the cats. Oh, there's some things being discussed, Des. One of them is to pour some concrete paths. And if I could get my hands on some small crushed stones, I think that would work. Hello, Marianne. I looking at those rubber runners, which I may get one of them for the ramp and hope for the best. I'd like to, get one of them and lay a path right out here with that. But I'm afraid Buddy's going to eat it. Because Buddy chews up everything. The other day, I caught him chewing on the side of the doghouse, on the side of the door. I said, Buddy, that hole's already bigger than it should be. You don't need to be making it any bigger. So he looks at me and then go back to chewing on it more. He just wants to chew on everything. That's right. This show's about cats. Hi, Superman. You lay right up here so everyone can see you, okay? Yeah, that's what it seemed like, Des. The vet told me back in August that he was between a year and a half old. So you would think by now he definitely would be well past his puppy stage. But he still chews like crazy. Well, if I left my shoes out there, we could get to him. He probably would chew on them. I'm sure he would. I had 2 of those buckets that Tidy Cat Clumping Litter comes in. He chewed the handles off them. What else did he chewed on? I had a plastic container with a cover on it. He got the cover off that, dumped everything out of it, and chewed up that. And anything he can get his mouth around, he runs off with. I'd always heard that smaller dogs, their puppy stage was supposed to be over with after a year. But I don't know. Maybe after 2 years, maybe he'll stop. Hopefully. Actually, it's 10 cats, Joe. And Sanford's laying next to me here. He's the 10th one. I got him in July. He was a rescue. 3 dogs on the homestead right now. Soon to be 5. And I've got 12 guineas, and I believe it's 44 chickens. Well, that was the reason of putting the chicken wire around the porch, Emily. And that was after, it was either Buddy or Honey Either one of them might have done it, but I'm leaning toward Buddy after they queue my chair up. So I can have stuff on the porch without worrying about getting it queued up. Plus the cat's like going out there now, so that works out good. Hello, Wanda. They'd still, especially Buddy, would still chew on everything. Even a PVC pipe. Because he's got sticks, scrap pieces of lumber, bottles, plus a few toys that I bought. That didn't seem to do any good. Oh, it doesn't take long, does it, Brett? I remember Bella wanted to be an inside dog, and you had a heck of a time getting her back outside. Hello, Bubba. Well, it's understandable, Joe. It's a lot to try to tag everyone. Got 22 people in here right now. Okay, grab me something to eat while you're in the kitchen, Emily. Even though I did just have a bagel. That's why I was a minute late. Hello, cruising is fun anytime. I probably could find some raw bones. Well, that's good, Des. It's nice that they take care of you. What they fed you wasn't very good, though. Baked chicken sandwich with lettuce would be fine, but not the tomato. Oh, just mail me one, Wanda. It should be here in a year or two. Hello, Arlene. Yep, I know what you mean there, Deborah. talking about Buddy chewing. He's chewing on the floor joist now. That usually stops him. Yeah, I was thinking about our local grocery store, Joe. I didn't stop him for long. He's back to chewing again. Well, you know, Wanda, if anything's mailed out in the United States, if it's got to go, doesn't have to go more than a couple 100 miles, that's probably about the time we'll get our stuff, too. Just got a package yesterday. It started out in Forney, Texas, which is a suburb of Dallas. I think forgot what it was. I looked it up. I think it was 250 miles. It was sent out December 2nd. I got it yesterday. So 12 days to go about 250 miles. Because after it left Dallas, then it went to visit Des in Florida. Sat there for about a week. Then finally headed back this way again. Hello, John. Hello, Sassy777. I'm not doing too bad. Hello, Bobby. No, actually, it's nothing to do with the holidays, Joe. It's been going on for a couple months now. It was very first part of November when I had a pack that took a week to get here from 100 miles away. 1 week to the day. I know they want to use the excuse it's a holiday rush right now, but that's not it. Hello, Joanne. Hello, DJ. I'm going to see what the temperature is here because I think we're a little bit warmer than Bobby is. He's around the mountain and through the river. Well, not much warmer here. It's 59 here. Hello, Gary. Well, thank you, Gary. I always like it when the number's less than 29, because then Gary has to use one of his other 49 channels to get it up to 29. Now, I know, Gary, you don't have 49 channels. You only have 29. Hello, J&B. We're up to 33 people here now. Yeah, if anyone wasn't in here earlier, got a video came out last night of the Christmas parade. So if you haven't watched that, I'd appreciate it if you could watch that for me. Views are down on that. I think it's 160 some views. And they're saying that it's, I don't know, 30 some views less than normal. So I'm hoping that we can get the views up on that. Yes, it was very nice parade, Deborah. Yeah. Buddy Q's on the floor, Joyce. Okay, thank you, Joe. Yeah, I know you get a lot of views in your lives, Des. Because I get quite a few views in my lives, too. You get all the crazies in your life. Yeah, I really enjoyed the parade last year, so I wanted to make sure I went to it again this year. They always have a very nice Christmas parade. And I didn't realize it at the time, but Gary and Mary from Junkie Jim's daughter was in the parade. I didn't know that until Rachel from Back to Good pointed it out to me. I went back and looked where she said she was, and I just had my phone at the time. I haven't had a chance to check it out on my laptop, but I couldn't see her on my phone. It just wasn't clear enough. Hello, Marianne. Yeah, I've been cheating on doing dishes. I've been using paper plates. Oh yeah, Des. Your last two lives, they got pretty wild. A lot of fun though. What's going on there, Brett? You got coyotes? Yep, I knew it, Deborah. And the only one of these dogs is barking right now is Honey. And she she used to didn't bark. But now she gets barked to hear herself bark. There's something out there, but it's nothing serious, because if it's serious, all three of them will start in. It could be a frog. She barks at everything. I mean, literally everything. Yep, that's right, Joe. Yeah, I'd like to go that meetup, Des, but just not sure if I can do it. That's long ways when I can't stay. Oh, if I could go for the weekend, be no problem, but can't do that. Well, thank you, Joanne. You know, my setup, paper plates is just so much easier. Dogs are doing good, Emily. The three that I have here are doing good. And Brett was just saying earlier in the live that Ginger and Grady are doing good. Yeah, the thing with Buddy is he knows when he's doing wrong. Because all I have to do is just say, Buddy, and he instantly knows that he's done wrong. Yep, Deborah, that sounds like Son Honey would do. I think she barked at a grasshopper one day. Because the area where she was looking, that's the only thing I could see was there was a grasshopper over there. But someone pulls in the driveway, They stand there wagging their tails. When the mail carrier pulled in yesterday to drop off my package, she blew the horn. And that's how I knew she was out there. When I got to the door, she's standing there talking to the dogs. And they're just standing there wagging their tails at her. I'm glad it was only a 2-hour power outage, Joe. Yeah, those dogs are crazy, Deborah. Yeah, I think my power's been out twice that I know of since I've been here. The one time, the only way I knew it was out was because I happened to look over and see the clock flashing on the microwave. And the other time was in the evening, and the light went out for about 30 seconds. But other than that, it hasn't been out, which I'm glad, because I'm right at the end of the line here. So if anything happens up this way, it's going to be low on the priority list. And you know, these dogs don't bark at the cats or anything. The cats are out on the porch. Dogs come up, stick their nose up to the chicken wire. Cats stick their nose up. I haven't got any decorating done yet, Emily. I don't know if me being handicapped would matter to them, Joe, because it's not like I require electricity for something special. And actually, this time of the year, it's just an inconvenience anyways. During the summer, I can run one air conditioner off my generator. So that's That's not the end of the world, but it takes two to cool this place. Hello, Tony. Oh, good. Tony and Judy are at Walmart. They're buying me a Christmas present. Nice. Oh, okay. Hi, Judy. Yep, there's plans in progress, Emily, just when things fall in place. Oh, you weren't quite as smart as you thought you were you, Deborah? What happened, Emily? Did your dog hear my dog? Well, I got my diesel heater in. Got that working now. I had what I thought was a slight diesel leak in it the first night. And it went through a lot more diesel than I thought it should. Well, I ended up trying to tighten up where the leak was. Got leaking it worse next day. So then I had to drain all the fuel out of it and get it good. No, got it so it doesn't leak now. And the fuel consumption has gone down so much on it. So I guess that leaked quite a little worse than I thought it did. But I got that taken care of now. And it's going to be a very small fraction of what propane is. Even the first night with it leaking, it still was going to be less than half the price of propane. But now I got that taken care of. I think we're looking at closer to a quarter of the price of propane. So I just ordered another one. I ordered that last night. And I'm still going to get some propane. I got money enough to get propane now. So I'm going to get a tank or two of propane tomorrow. Just to have, just in case. And then that always can be used. Eventually I want to get a propane grill. So the propane will keep forever. So it won't go to waste no matter what. Even if I don't need it for heating. But I was very pleased with that diesel heater. So what I'm going to do, I put this one in the center, on the side window. It's in the center. And the next one's going to go on the porch, so it'll be coming through the end window. And then the one on the side, I'm going to move to the other end. There's two reasons for that. One reason, I have one on each end. So really isn't a need to have one in the middle. Because then if it gets real cold, the one might not quite do it. So it's definitely going to be warm in here now. And the other thing, the one that's going to be on the porch, I bought an extension for the exhaust so I can go past the doghouse and down the side of the house. So when the west wind blows, it'll blow the exhaust down away from the house. The only problem is it's going to be blown right towards the intake of the one that's in the side now. And you really don't want the exhaust blowing toward the intake. So I'll move that around the corner to the end. And that should alleviate that problem. And plus, like I said, then have one on each end. Then it should heat pretty evenly in here. Let's see. Well, J&B, my family really didn't do anything. My mom is the one that did most of the preparation for Christmas. She'd always be the one that put up the Christmas decoration, except for the outside lights. My dad always did that. My mom would decorate the inside, and I helped her. And when my older brothers were kids, they helped her. But that was her thing, to decorate the inside. And then she made all kinds of stuff. Fruitcake, fudge. She did make peanut brittle a few times, but she was never happy the way that came out. She preferred the store-bought peanut brittle. Lots of cookies. Oh, okay, Bubba. Go ahead. Fly your drone over my house. I don't care. Just send me a copy of the video. That's all I ask. Because I do want to do that someday. I want to get someone with a drone to take a video from above. Oh, that's a good way to lose your Christmas tree, Emily. If she decided to go back there to get that, bye-bye tree. Hello, Rockstar Kid. I think this is the first time I've ever seen you in my chat. Welcome. No, I'm not going to take the drones down, Brett. So what are you doing, Deborah? Letting Ginger sleep in Brett's bed and Brett gets the floor? Hello, Katie. Oh, okay. So that was you then, Katie. I see. Oh, sorry to hear that, Katie. I know migraines can be bad. Yep, that's right, JB. Yeah, one thing my mom was known for was her cooking and baking. Hello, DJ Turneroo. Yeah, that was an easy video to do. But pretty much a few clips at the beginning there. And pretty much the rest of it, I just set the camera up and let it go. Had to move it a little bit because people kept getting in the way, but oh, I haven't heard about New York. I know there was a lot going on about drones in New Jersey. Well, Deborah, you tell her she can stay right there in Brett's bed as long as she wants to. Gotta have this There we go. Superman fell asleep leaning on my charger cable. I tried to move it, unplug my phone. Not long before the live, my phone was down to 5%. So I'm trying to keep that plugged in, get it charged up. There goes my coffee. It's the end of that. Well, I don't think you can fly them over an airport. Now, I won't get more coffee unless I absolutely have to, Emily. I got 29 people in here. And if I go get another cup of coffee, I'll come back to 19 people in here. I know what I need to do. I keep saying it, but then I don't do it. I need to get a video set up so if I do have to take a break for whatever reason, I play that video while I'm gone. Thought I just heard a coyote, but the dogs aren't barking. I didn't hear it again. Might have been a dog howling that I heard too. What, Eddie? Who do you think got my thumbs up to 29 today? Yeah, I don't think drones can be over airports because that's protected airspace. Hello, Flyover Urban Garden. Well, you're welcome. Yep, Gary was here towards the beginning of the live. And the thumbs up wasn't at 28, so he could just hit it and be 29. So he said he had to come in on his other channels and get it up to 28. So Belt Loop 29 would put it to 29 thumbs up. You know, Eddie, that guy is crazy. Yep, that's what I do too, Wanda. And sometimes, even before the live begins, like if someone's live pops up on that is coming up later on today or tomorrow or whatever, and I'll hit the notification on it, I'll hit the like on it right then also. Okay, Deborah. Oh, that's not bad, Joe. 55 words per minute is really good. Because I type with one finger, and also I have to hold the shift key down with one finger and then use my other finger to type. Most I ever use is two fingers. Usually just one. And I forgot the exact number, 20 some words at one time. Can't do that anymore, though. Um, yeah, I don't go in the woods anymore unless there's a road I can drive on, Wanda. But I used to like to walk through the woods. Well, happy birthday, DK. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Too darn cold for bugs. You're welcome, DJ. Because even down here in the south, there's not a lot of bugs out right now. I found out there is still ticks out. I think it was last week I was telling about Sanford getting out, or the week before. It was within the past couple weeks, I know that. Well, I was petting him, I think it was a week ago tonight. I think it was after I got done with my Sunday Live last week. I was petting him, felt this bump behind his ear, pulled his hair back, get a better look at it. It was a tick where he'd been out the previous week, so 2 weeks ago when he got the tick. I thought ticks were done with for this year, but nope. Sanford found one. Yeah, but other than that, we really don't have any bugs to speak of now. Yeah, I was driving down the road yesterday and I slowed down for a hawk. I saw it coming in for a landing, and I thought it was going to fly over the road low. It didn't. There was actually a dead animal laying on the side of the road. So it stopped before it got to the road, but I didn't want to hit that thing. Hawks can do some damage. Okay, Des. I don't think I've seen a bald eagle since I left New York. There were quite a few in the area where I lived. Yeah, and the thing is, I don't have any comprehensive insurance on my car because it's just too darn expensive. So if that broke my windshield or anything, I'm paying for it. Hello, Jonesy. Yeah, eagles are huge, Emily. You know those big metal towers that they have the electrical transmission lines on? Well, I used to live close to two hydroelectric plants, and they had those big towers where the transmission lines came out of those power plants, and the eagles would build nests up on top of them. And those were tall towers, and still, they'd be big birds even that far up in the air. Yeah, so now I'm gonna have fix Ginger up her own bedroom, aren't I? No, actually, Deborah, I need to talk to you and Brett sometime. I have an idea for fencing I want to run past you. Yeah, they like to build their nest way up high, Emily. So those towers are perfect. Yeah, anything up high. That's right, Joe. Because they don't build their nest like 20 feet up in the air like most birds do. They want to be way up in the air. Yeah, they are, Wanda. Yeah, I think if anything did mess with their young, they'd be sorry they messed with them, too. Because the ego can do some damage. Yeah, you can find just about everything on YouTube. Well, I think I am going to take a chance and see if all 25 people stick around. I'm going to take a short break. You talk between yourselves. I know between Emily and Joe, they can keep some trouble stirred up. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I gotta go through chat here. See if I need to time anyone out. Okay, it looks like you all behaved. There we go. Well, I guess I gotta raise the camera up a little bit. Can't read my flag. Yeah, I went to move my tripod, ended up pushing down on it a little bit. Dropped the camera a couple inches. I had to make more room for coffee, then go make a cup of coffee. Let me see. Let me see here. I guess nothing too bad, was there? I'll read down through all that later, and if anyone misbehaved, you'll hear about it on Wednesday nights live. How about that? Hello, Ark Wildman. Hello, Barbara. Was there anyone else came in that I missed? I hope not. Joe, you've been hanging around Brett too much. Brett's always putting himself in timeout. Yes, Barbara, I went to the parade. Put a video out last night of the parade. Hello, Len. I think this is the first. Maybe I should take more 5-minute breaks. Allow for 25 people? No, we got 31 in here. Yep, Amy comes in occasionally, Joe. Looks like 45 thumbs. 45 thumbs up and 5 middle fingers. I said that on someone's live one night, and someone asked me, there really is a middle finger button on here? Nope, Barkwell man. Didn't find a girlfriend. Not looking. I got a couple pieces of candy, Emily. I got one of those little boxes of Nerds, and I got a mint. Had another piece of candy thrown at me, but there was a woman came through. Let's just say she wasn't in the right mind because of certain substances. And she was grabbing all the candy she could. Well, I got the cats keep me warm during the winter, Ark Wild Man. Hello, Eunice. I'm not sure if I got her on video or not, Emily. Yeah, that was funny that night that I made that comment. They're talking about make sure you hit the thumbs up. And I said, I hit the middle finger. And someone commented, there really is a middle finger button? They thought I was serious. You still at Walmart, Tony? Still getting my present? Cooled off a little bit up there, didn't it, Wanda? Was it last night or Friday night? You were 55 degrees? Now tonight you're 24? The diesel heater is working out great, Eunice. Yeah, I was telling earlier, made a mistake at the beginning. I didn't have the fitting coming out of the fuel tank quite tight enough. But before I do it again, I'm getting a pair of needle nose pliers. It was dripping what I thought was just a little bit. So I figured it'd be okay until I can get that tighter. Well, apparently it was dripping more than I thought. Because I went through, it was still a lot less than it would have been using the propane heater. But I thought I went through more diesel than I should have that night. And now, after running a couple more nights, I see I did go through more than I should have. But it's doing great. It's doing a great job heating this. And it's using much, much less fuel than I'd be using propane. It's probably going to cost about a quarter as much as the propane would cost. I just ordered another one last night. They're saying it'll be here Tuesday, but they haven't even printed the shipping label out for it yet, so I kind of got my doubts it's going to be here Tuesday. And then what I'm going to do, my original intention was when it really gets cold this winter, of having my propane heater as backup and then run both the diesel heater and the propane heater. But I decided, since it's costing so much less to operate the diesel heater, just going to get another diesel heater, have one in each end of the house. And for what they cost, it's just going to take a few days for it to pay for itself. Because a tank of propane's $20, and tank of propane doesn't last long on that heater. Diesel heater is less than $80. It was $82.99, and then I had a discount code to get 5% off. So it ended up being less than $80. I think with tax, it's something like $86. So I'm very happy with that. No AC here. We were in the 60s today. I think it's supposed to be in the 60s again tomorrow. Yep, I'm actually getting some off-road diesel tomorrow. Because I wasn't thinking, when I got the first can of diesel, I just got regular diesel. And then Wiley's Live, someone was asking if you could use off-road diesel. And he said, yeah, that's what we use in ours. It's a lot cheaper. Now I said, you know, I got to find a place to get off-road diesel. I never thought about that. And of course, with all the farms around here, of course you got to be able to get it somewheres. Well, I found out where I get my propane tanks filled. They have it there. 40 cents a gallon less. So that's going to save me $2 on every 5-gallon jug I get. If that adds up in a hurry at $20 a tank. But if I'd known about diesel heaters several years ago, when I was living in New York in that camper, I can guarantee you I would have had one. And I wouldn't have been keeping it at 45 degrees in there either. Yeah, Wanda goes live 10 o'clock Atlantic time. So it'd be 8 o'clock Central time. And also, Ark Wildman goes live at 8 o'clock Central. Well, the problem with that, Ark Wildman, is this heater here can only take the 20-pound tank. I was thinking about looking into getting one of the big tanks when I was going to get the other propane heater that hangs on the wall. But then I was talking to someone that actually checked into it, and they require hard piping. I guess you can't use the copper tubing. You gotta be hard steel pipe, and they had some restrictions on it. But this is gonna work out better with the diesel heaters, anyways. Yes, Eunice, that is true. Because you get so much moisture with propane. Well, all this talk about the different time zones. I got this to say. Central Time is the actual time. Anyone that's a later time, that's in the future. And anyone that's an earlier time, that's in the past. Central Time is the real time. Okay, Fluffy? Fluffy's up there sneezing like crazy. She's going to the doctor Tuesday. Actually, Barbara, the first time I heard anyone talk about a diesel heater was Mama V. That she had one in her bus. Yes, J&B. It is a lot easier now. Because I had to gas my generator, or I didn't have any electricity. And all of my cook stuff was all electric. I did get a propane grill. I think it was that first fall that I was on YouTube. Someone had sent me a propane grill. But before that, I had my microwave, my air fryer, a hot plate, all electric. And then, of course, my phone charger, laptop charger. So I needed electricity for that. And then propane for heat. Yeah, that's why sometimes I'm not real active in chat, Wanda. Because I either switch back and forth between your live and Arc's live, or I've got one going on my laptop and one on my phone. You know, Des, when I lived in the Eastern time zone, I believed that. But then when I moved in the Central time zone, that's when I realized that Central time zone's the right time. Plus, out of all the YouTube channels that I follow, there's more of them in Central time than anywhere else in the world. Oh yeah, Jonesy, you're definitely the farthest into the future. But you still got to start letting us know what the winning lottery numbers are. Oh yeah. When I was heating that camper with propane, it would be soaked in there. And the colder it got, the more I'd have the heater running, and the more condensation there'd be. Yep, that can be a problem, Wanda. I know, Joanne, it's hard. I don't know how many channels I'm sub to. Because there's some channels that I'm sub to just because I like the channels, but they're not sub to me. There's not an awful lot of them, though. There's a few. And the rest of the channels, they're sub to me. So I'm sub to them, and I do my best to try to keep up with them. At least if I can't watch your lives, of course, not all of them do lives, catch a video every now and then. Hello, OJ and Deb. Speaking of watching channels and lives and stuff, you still do your lives, OJ and Deb? Because I haven't got a notification for a live from you in forever. You know, at one time I was subbed to about 1,300. Hello, Fisherman 506. Lee, correct? Am I remembering that right? Okay, Eunice, you have a good night. Okay, thanks, Wanda. No, I haven't had a cup of tea in a while. I fill my insulated travel mug with iced tea every day. I know what you mean, Bubba. I'm just made me think about when you said not your cup of tea. Not thinking I hadn't had a cup of hot tea in quite a while. Um, I'm not sure if I have a favorite, Wanda. I normally just drink just the standard black tea, um, Lipton or Tetley. I don't really have a favorite brand. Actually, I do have a brand that was a store brand. Best Choice, I think it was. I kind of like the flavor of that. But the bags aren't stapled, they're just glued together. And a little too often, the bags were coming loose, and then I got a pitcher full of tea grounds. So I think it was maybe it was Lipton tea I got last time. And I got some teas from Jennifer Ocean Homestead. I couldn't really pick out a favorite out of those that she sent me, but there were some good teas in there. Yeah, cranberry spice tea doesn't sound bad. Yeah, I drink a lot more coffee than I do hot tea. But if I'm drinking a cold drink, it's tea. Yeah, that's a good idea, Joe. If I did that, I could go back to those other tea bags. I used to drink a lot of Arizona green tea with honey, but that's just too expensive. Yeah, I make my own tea because to buy a gallon of that Arizona tea, you're talking upwards of $4. And the amount that I go through, that's just way too much. Oh, blueberry pie does sound good, Joanne. Yep, that's exactly what I used to drink, Emily. I bought it by the gallon. And also, if I had something to pour it in, I used to buy those cans of it. I think they're 23-ounce cans. If I was going to be out on the road and we stopped at a store, I'd grab one of them. What else is there? Oh, got money enough yesterday so I could order some stuff that I needed from Amazon. And one of the things I got was some. It's not really bird netting. It's a plastic material, but it's similar to bird netting. I'm going to put that over my chicken run, so I keep my chickens in where they belong. Every morning I go outside, I got chickens run down the house to meet me. And I've had a few of them get pretty close to the road. Not one getting hit in the road. So we're going to be keeping them in the run here shortly. Plus, once I get to breeding them, I can't have them going wherever they want to go. They're going to have to go where I tell them to go. I'm going to have to make sure the roosters stay where they belong. When I put a rooster with certain hens, they're going to have to stay where they belong. Otherwise, I'm going to end up with a barnyard mix and not the purebred chickens that I want. Yeah, that's a good idea, Deborah. Get your own tea bags and honey. Well, Tony and Judy are home. So now Judy can wrap up my Christmas present. Yeah, Barbara, I don't want escapees. Just like Jeff was talking about his last video or a couple videos ago, one of the neighbors' free-ranging rooster was coming over, and he wanted to make sure that rooster didn't get him with his hens. Tell you what, it was foggy over this way last night. Now I see on my phone that we had a weather alert, and I clicked on it. It was a dense fog advisory. Well, they're going to have to be breeding the right breed, Joe. I know last night the fog wasn't the worst I've ever seen by any means, but it was pretty bad. When I'd come home from the parade, you could drive 40, 45 miles an hour, so it wasn't real bad. But you won't want to be going any faster than that. No, Wanda. Well, I've got some turkey in the freezer left over from Thanksgiving. I think I did up, not counting the bones and fat and everything. I saved all that also. But just of good meat, I think I had 6 packages, which I figured would put a good layer of meat on 2 sandwiches. I've opened up 1 package since Thanksgiving and used it. So I still should have 5 packages of turkey in the freezer. Yeah, we had the dense fog advisory until 11 o'clock this morning. But I left here about 10 this morning, and it wasn't perfectly clear by any means, but you could see the drive with no problem. It just a little bit of fog here and there, but not enough to really affect visibility. And I don't plan on going anywhere tonight anyways. Tomorrow, I want to go get a tank or 2 of propane, some diesel, some groceries, fill the car up with gas. So at some time, probably mid-morning, I'll leave tomorrow, so fog shouldn't affect me then either. Hey, Dixie. Oh yeah, Emily. Got a few things to do tomorrow. But the good thing is, the gas, diesel, and the propane be at the same place. So I just pull up to the gas pump, fill the car up, pull up the diesel pump, fill my can up, then go around the other side of the building. And usually they come out. I don't even have to go in to ask them to come out. They see me pull up, and they'll come out and fill my propane tank for me. Okay, you have a good night, Joanne. Yeah, the dogs have met the cats through the chicken wire. They haven't really interacted too much, but they like to kiss noses through the chicken wire and stuff. And I have had a few of the cats have gotten out on me. And dogs seem to be fine with them. Okay, Tony. So, Judy, that sounds good. Now, I mentioned earlier that Fluffy was sneezing like crazy. Then I don't think I finished telling the story on that. But anyways, Fluffy, Superman, and Sanford all have doctor's appointments on Tuesday. Because the vet's going to be closing Friday at noon. And they're not opening back up until January 2nd. So they're going to be closed for almost 2 weeks. And Fluffy's sick right now. He really does need to go right now. So I called Friday to get that appointment. Superman, he seems to be okay right now, but he go downhill so fast that I'd like to get him in, get him checked out, and if they think he needs a shot, then go ahead. And if they say he's looking good and doesn't look like he's developing too bad of the upper respiratory stuff, then he can wait till after New Year's. And Sanford, he's had some off and on congestion that he doesn't seem to be able to get rid of completely. He's had that going on for a couple months. He acts perfectly fine, eats and drinks, but just get that congestion that comes and goes. It's something will go away, so we could get him checked out, see what's going on with him. And then, over the weekend, Daisy's had diarrhea. And she's been going outside of the litter box also, which isn't normal for her. And then today I noticed when she was going, she was moaning, which is the same thing she did, I think it was back in January. And they said she had bacterial overgrowth and put her on a medicine that took care of it. So I'm going to call him in the morning, and I know it'll be okay, but I'm going to call him and just verify with him it's okay to bring her in on Tuesday also. And then hopefully we'll be able to make it through Christmas and New Year's. And the cats will all be healthy. Oh yeah, they all get along great, Emily. All of my cats get along. I used to think that when I just had the 9 of them, that they all got along because they all had been with me since the day they were born. And then when I brought Sanford in last summer, they accepted him like nothing. So I guess I just have friendly cats. They actually took Sanford about a month and a half to fully trust me, but he was fine with the cats within hours. Yep, it's just a small practice, Emily. They do this every year. They shut down just before Christmas and then reopen right after New Year's. Yep, I'm glad I could give in too, J&B. That's why I didn't wait any longer. That's why I called on Friday. Maybe it's even Thursday I called. Yes, it was Thursday. I called on Thursday and asked if I could get him in sometime this week and asked me what day I preferred. It didn't matter. Anytime they could fit me in. Well, how's 3 o'clock Tuesday afternoon sound? Sounds good to me. Yeah, Joe. 10 cats in a tiny house, they better get along. Yep, they get along great. Well, that's good, Judy. You know how to use those baking supplies. I'm going to wait a little bit on him, J&B. They wouldn't be able to do them this week anyways. Well, thank you, Barbara. Hello, Tasmanian News. Is that you, Jonesy? On a channel I've never heard of? Let's find out. I'm thinking with your handle being Radio J News that it is. Yep, you have to reach down a little bit farther. No, I know. Yeah, I figured that with you, Jonesy. There we go. Now turn your blue before someone times you out. There you go. We know the way that works, don't we, Jonesy? Well, that's good, Deborah. No, they're not home yet, Judy. But I've got an idea I want to run past Brett and Deborah, and hopefully I'll get them here a little bit sooner. There'll still be a 6-foot high fence, but it's not the welded wire. And it's going to cost less, so be more doable. That's not a bad idea, Judy. I actually should get my dogs and cats all microchipped. I have one cat get on my camper in New York that I never found. And I've always wondered if he was microchipped, would I have gotten him back? I was told last year that no one around here had the reader for microchips. I have found out that that's not true. They do have one at the vet's office. And anything that's picked up in the city of Waldron, they take them to the vet's office to have them scanned. And anyone else that finds a dog's encouraged to do that. So it is a good idea. I know the kidney stones are very painful, so I guess if that was something I was dealing with, maybe I could give up that stuff, but that'd be some hard stuff for me to give up, Joe. Yep, you plan on timing him out, didn't you, Joe? You're welcome, Jonesy. Yeah, it's well worth it, Judy. Seems like a lot, but if one gets lost, then you get them back because of that. You'll be glad you did it. Well, I've been on here for quite a while. Well, 2 hours and 17 minutes, I think. We got Wanda Henry and Arkwell Man Survival, both going live at the top of the hour. So I think maybe I ought to get out of here now. Give everyone a chance to hit the concession stand and do what you need to do and be ready for the next lives. Well, thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate it. Any of my members that are in here, I'll have another members video coming out tomorrow. And to be on the safe side, I'm probably going to do 2 more members-only polls because I want to make sure I meet the criteria that YouTube wants me to meet. Because I want to get that $200 that they're offering. And I'll have another live Wednesday at 10 o'clock Central. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Hit end stream, but it didn't end.